So this is a strange video to record right now, but I figured I had to upload this to YouTube because it's just something that really has to be said, and I think that a lot of people need to hear this. I guess to put it simply, I just don't understand the world we live in right now. I don't understand people. I don't understand how people can be so just self-centered every day and just ignorant to what goes on around them. I work in customer service. I have for the last 10 years. I've worked very hard and have been rewarded adequately. I won't say that I wasn't appreciated for my work. I am. But lately it is just brutal. And I'm not here trying to seek sympathy from anybody. I just want people to understand what's going on, because if we don't understand, then we're doomed. Just the attitude of people when it comes to service people and people who are just trying to work, trying to make a living. It's just piss poor. It really is. And we need to do better. I understand people are going through shit. I understand we're all struggling with something, but, it doesn't mean that when you're out in public, you just treat people like complete garbage. I think it's important to put your best foot forward and operate with integrity every day so that can pass on to other people. If you're just acting like a jerk for no reason, or for whatever reason, that's not going to do anybody any favors. Like, they always say, all it takes is one positive comment or one positive thing you say to somebody, it can make their entire day. But when it's constant negativity over and over again, this nagging, it's not fun for anybody. I'll speak for myself that, all I've ever done is try to provide the best service I could possibly provide to the customers, and I try to make my area look the best it can be, and do what I do to the best of my ability. And I have pretty much from day one, because I have work ethic. And that's another thing I gotta talk about. Work ethic. Where has work ethic gone? Is that even a thing anymore? It's nobody gives a crap. Nobody takes pride in anything. I understand. I get it. You feel like you're doing it for nothing. I understand that. But what good is it to just throw in the towel and give up on everything? Because that's what you're doing. You could hate your job as much as you want to. If you signed up for your job and that's what you have to do every day, then do it to the best of your ability. And if you hate it that much, then it's time to go. I see both sides. I try, but this is just getting out of hand for some people. It's really getting out of hand. But anyway, it goes beyond work. I'm talking a lot about work right now because I have work on my mind, and I have a lot of big life decisions coming up. But I just think people need to be better, man. And I think people need to be better in a lot of other ways. I think people need to be better friends. I think people need to be better sons, fathers, daughters, mothers. We just don't care anymore. There's just no passion. we're forgetting the beauty of communicating with another person that we love and creating a bond with somebody, and that becomes your friend, that becomes your friend for life. I made those friends when I was a child. Luckily, I was very lucky to be able to do that, because not a lot of people are. Not a lot of people have that privilege or grow up around good people, but I did. And I look at some of these people, man, and it's not just young people. I'm not going to put it on Gen Z or, whoever. It's people my age, it's people older than me, and I think a lot of it has to do with social media. I think it all has to do with social media, honestly. I think we have become so entrenched in our phones and social media and texting and everything that we just completely threw away what was special about a friendship or a bond, that we just forgot. We become so conditioned in this life that we live, or we have been living, that we forgot. I didn't forget. A lot of you did. A lot of you have. At least I try not to forget. I'm not perfect, but I try not to forget. So this is where I asked the question, and I feel like this is so relevant to today. And this isn't even a political talk. I'm not going to get into that, because I think we have to focus on more than just that. We need to focus on being human again. And that doesn't mean to fight for, some cause, or to do this or that, or be an activist. That's not what I'm saying, because that's fake too. In a lot of ways, it really is. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of that's just virtue signaling. And those of you with common sense understand that. I'm not saying everybody does it just for that reason, but most people do. And you got people doing all those types of things, but yet they're not even there for their friends. They're not even there for their family. Or they have a friend that, is having a tough time in their life, that reaches out to them and they just ghost them and they ignore them. And it's like, what kind of a friend does that? You don't do that to your friends. You help them. You talk to them. You talk them through it. But now you have people that just don't value that at all. But then you're going to some, you're fighting for some cause that's not even relevant to your own life. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I watch a couple of streamers, and one of them, Tectone, big fan. He's actually a big inspiration for me to make this video. He's as real as it gets, and it's nice to see somebody like that. And watching him makes me feel like, I have a lot to say too, and I have a lot that needs to be said, I need to get off my chest. And I think the more of us that speak out against how fake everything is, and how just, God, man, it's like, I don't know what it is, if it was COVID or what, but it just led everybody astray. And it's like nobody can find their way back. And I want people to find their way back. I want people to be better. I want us to be happy. I want us to have peace. I remember, and I don't know if it's just because I'm older, but I remember being younger and like having a feeling of like excitement for things, like you would hear a song or something and like you'd get this feeling of like just excitement. You were going somewhere and you had the song on in your car, and you're driving to a party or something, or you're going to hang out with your friends. There's just this like feeling of excitement. And like now, unless I'm going to see like a handful of people, I really don't feel that anymore. I don't know if it's because I'm older. It could be. But I don't think that should go away just because you're older, right? I mean, doesn't make a lot of sense. It really doesn't. So yeah, you know, it's tough out there, you know, and I think people just need to chill out and be a little open-minded. I see people out on the road every day driving like complete maniacs. Like, you guys are putting people's lives at risk, man. Like, stop. Slow down. Wherever you're going is not going anywhere. It's going to be there. Just drive safely. Like, I'm shocked that like every 2 people aren't getting pulled over every day. The way people drive, it's just incredible. Like, the cops got a lot of work to do, man. I feel for them. I'm not saying that that they're doing anything wrong. I'm just saying, you know, they have their hands full with some of these people out there, because you got people that are just completely out of their minds and reckless. And you know, it's like, we've got elderly people out there. We've got kids out there, man. We've got, you know, God, it's like there's people out there we need to protect, especially people my age that are in your 30s and your 20s. Like, you are the generation now that needs to carry the torch, and you're doing a fucking horrible job. Like, it's up to us now to carry the torch. We need to protect these people, whether we feel like they weren't there for us or not. You know, I mean, listen, my parents were there for me. I understand there's a lot of you out there who probably don't have a great relationship with your parents, and I'm very sorry for that. It's sad and it's a shame, and everybody should have a good relationship with their mom and dad, but it's just, you know, just very disheartening. So I just had to get that off my chest, and I'm not going to go on and on in this video, but hopefully some of you out there watch this and it gets you thinking at least a little bit about the world we're living in and how we can maybe change it to make it better. And just be a little more mindful when you're out there, you know, because you don't know who's going through what, or who's having a bad day, or, you know, just don't be a dick to people. You know what I mean? Just don't be a dick. It's just not nice. Don't do it. Unless they really deserve it. Unless they're being a dick to somebody, then you be a dick to them. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully soon I'll be on. I'll make some more videos on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure what kind of content I want to put out, but it's there, and maybe one day I'll jump back on the train. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later. Be good out there.